Welcome, everyone. I am John Ryan of SportsMemo.com, and you are watching the NBA Triple Double Show powered by SportsMemo.com and the Predictive Playbook cast of shows. We're going to break down 3 games on the NBA card tonight. I have Kevin Braudis in the house again, filling in for Ronald Cabang. And someday we're going to make this a triple show, I think. I think that's the trend that the producers at Wager Talk want to do, so we'll have to wait and see. I know it'd be a blast having both of you guys on. And furthermore, guys and gals, Ronald Cabang and this guy with me, KB, number 1 and number 2 in NBA at SportsMemo.com. Ronald, as you probably remember, was the number 1 guy last year. He's doing quite well again this year, and Kevin is the number 1 guy right now at SportsMemo.com for the season. Not just a week or a day, for the season. Welcome to the show, Kevin, and we're going to get started right away here with the Minnesota Timberwolves traveling to the Magic Kingdom, so to speak, down there in Orlando to play the Orlando Magic. Magic are 15th in the Eastern Conference. Timberwolves are 7th in the Western Conference and really have made a tremendous run to put themselves in solid playoff ground. They are 36-29 against the number for the season, 41-26. I believe that is the highest of any team in the NBA for the over. And the Magic are 31-36 against the number, 33-33 over/under. At home, the Magic are just 7-23. Minnesota comes into this game as a 7.5-point road favorite with a total of 233.5 points after opening at 236. Kevin, take it away and tell me where I should put my money.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, JR. So again, I like a player prop in this one. It's going to be on the Minnesota side. The line's not out yet, guys, because the Minnesota have 4 guys questionable, Vanderbilt and Anthony Edwards being the 2 biggest guys. But again, once those guys get ruled in or ruled out, no matter what, I like Karl Anthony Towns and his rebound prop over today. Guys, it should probably come out at 10.5 or 11.5. I love both those lines. Anything higher than 11.5, I'll probably pass. But it should come out 10.5, 11.5, and I'm definitely taking the over here in his rebounds. If you look at his last 3 games, these were blowouts, guys, versus Portland twice and OKC. He put up 11, 13, and 15. Now he gets a matchup with the Orlando Magic. And looking at the Orlando Magic, just in their last 30 games versus centers, they're getting torched on points, assists, and rebounds on average in the last 30 games, JR, allowing 17.13 rebounds to opposing centers. This is just a phenomenal spot for our guy, Karl Anthony Towns. And just digging a little deeper, he has played the Magic once. He put up 23 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 assists. This is a smash spot for me, in my opinion. I think he grabs 14 or 15 rebounds here, and that's the way I would look in this one.
I love it, Kevin. Yeah. I'm with you on it. And also, I'm definitely probably going to go to the window with Minnesota here. And don't be scared that they are on a 5-0 or 6-0 against the spread run right now. They are a very good team, and they're only getting better. And the fact that KB is on these player props, it just makes me a little bit more bullish on the Timberwolves. They are 19-6 against the spread when playing against a losing record team. And I'm not going to fade that. You got to buy that.
And JR, if you look at the Magic's team too, man, they're running like a 12-man rotation right now. Everybody's playing 20 minutes. There's only one guy in the 30 minutes, Wendell Carter. But other than that, there's 11 guys in 20 minutes. So they're really rotating these guys in and out, seeing what the Magic have. So I don't think they're playing. They definitely aren't playing for anything. So, again, I don't think they really care out there. So I would definitely lean your way too, JR.
Yeah, they're also 11-27. With 1 push in their last 39 home games.
Sheesh. And
over the last 71 games as a home underdog, which obviously spans three seasons.
Yeah.
20-51 against the number. I think we're on the Timberwolves pretty good here. Let's move over to the second game now, and that is the Utah Jazz taking on the Spurs. They're traveling to San Antonio. Spurs are 12th in the Western Conference. The Jazz are 4th in the Western Conference and in great playoff position. They are 41-24, and Spurs are almost the opposite, 25-41. Spurs, just like the Magic, pretty much have nothing to play for right now other than just being the highest scoring team in the NBA. They're 12-20 at home. On the road, the Jazz are 18-14. The Jazz come into this matchup as kind of a slightly lower than I expected, -6-point road favorite. Total's 229.5 on the open. It's dropped 8 point to 228.5. What do you got for us in this one, Kevin?
Yeah, so I think we talked a little bit about this one before the start. I think the Jazz, if you look at both these teams, the Jazz definitely have the better defense. And like we said, the Spurs recently, they ranked 20th in defense efficiency. So it comes down to defense for me in this one. The line's moving the opposite way that I thought it would. But again, I'm looking at a player prop in this one. When you get totals in this 228 range and a Spurs team that's playing no defense, and I look at one guy, and it's definitely Donovan Mitchell, guys. If you look at their last game the Jazz played, they completely routed the Portland Trailblazers. He only played 24 minutes. So, again, I call that a rest day in my opinion. And when you look at Mitchell on 2 days rest this season, he's averaging 30.3 points. His point prop today, John, is at 27.5. And this is just another spot that I get excited talking about because, if you look at what the Spurs are doing versus opposing point guards, it has not been good at all. I'll just pull up the stats real quick. In their last 30 games, they're allowing point guards 33 points on average to opposing point guards. So, again, Donovan Mitchell should go off here. He drives 15.5 times a game, and that will really affect the Spurs here in this one. And one more thing I wanted to mention, Bogdan Bogdanovic is out, guys, and when you take him off the floor this year, you see Donovan Mitchell's usage go up 2.7%. He's averaging 4.77 points more with him out of the game. So, again, 27.5. This line should be 29.5. He gets 30 tonight, and that would be my play in this one, John.
I love it. Love the enthusiasm, too, because you make me want to, not walk to the window, but run.
Yes, sir.
Great stuff. I also like Utah on the side here. San Antonio's just 1-9 against the number. When facing good shooting three-point teams like the Utah Jazz are, that make an average of 14 or more of those long bombs per game in games played in the second half of each of the last 2 seasons. I love trends that are focused on the second half of the season because the sample size is large and it becomes more meaningful. So I think that the Spurs will be 1-10 against the number after tonight, and I don't see any reason why the Jazz don't win by double digits, especially if Donovan goes off, like you say, and I'm confident that he will.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff.
The only one thing that would concern me about the Jazz, Bogdan out definitely hurts the Jazz team, so I think that's why we see a little bit of the line movement. But, again, this is a tough spot for the Spurs. The only thing good about them is they're home, so I guess that would be my only thing else I wanted to say on this one.
Great stuff.
Cool.
Now get to the favorite team that I've loved to hate now, and to your point, I wish they would take them off the national schedule. If you're a basketball fan, how is that even fun to watch that dysfunctional unit try to win a game?
Yeah, I can come up with so much to do on my Friday night, John, instead of watching the Lakers play on national television. That's for sure.
Well, watching the Lakers makes you want to drink, especially if you were foolish enough to bet on them all this time. But every time LeBron James flops, take a drink, right? Well, I'm not a big drinker, so I'd probably be passed out by the end of the first quarter.
I got you, John. I'll pick you up.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we talked on Wednesday that do the Lakers even belong to be a 4.5-point favorite against the lowly Rockets? And the Rockets won the game in overtime. I don't know what to tell you, but the money is coming in on this game. The Lakers are a 4-point home favorite at the Crypto Center, better known as the Staples Center in Los Angeles. 66% of the bets are on the Lakers so far. I'm not surprised by that. They are probably not going to make the playoffs. I just don't see how in the world they're going to all of a sudden magically appear and do a 5-game winning streak. But they're 14-20 against the number at home. Boy, I'll tell you, maybe it's a game I just stay away from, and if I do want to do a shot, I'll just peer in for like 5 minutes and watch the Lakers in a flop, and I'll do a shot. But what do you think? Is there any opportunity in this matchup?
Yeah, so we kind of talked before, but this is just a weird, we saw the Lakers, they're losing. They've only won 2 out of their last 10 games, guys, and they're looking really bad. With no Anthony Davis out there, LeBron James doesn't play any defense at all. He's complaining more than he's playing. Again, this is a frustrating team to watch if you're a Lakers fan, and I'm sorry for you, but that's just the truth. But they're minus 4 favorites tonight versus this Wizards team, still trying to, I would say, figure it out without Beal. They did pick up Porzingis from the Mavericks guys, but he's been on like a minute restriction. Last game he did play 26 minutes, but they have a back-to-back, so they play today and tomorrow, guys. Porzingis will most likely sit out of one of those. I don't know which one. I'm guessing it will be tomorrow. But again, looking at this Wizards team as a whole, nothing like there's no threat though. Like Kyle Kuzma's been going off, but I don't think that's going to keep up forever. But outside of Kuzma and Porzingis, there's really no guys on offense that scare you. So I really do think the Lakers have the advantage here. In this line, -4, I think they're begging you to take the Wizards here, but I also think this is a sneaky Lakers spot. They're off tomorrow. The Wizards play tomorrow. It just points to the Lakers for me. But you ask me, if you gave me a free bet, would I even put it on the Lakers? Probably not, but that's what my lean would be. And I also, on the other side of the things, the Wizards guys, Caldwell Pope for the Wizards, I like his assist over today. This won't be an official play, but it's definitely a sneaky one. His assist over 2.5 plus 130 at DraftKings. If you look at his last 6 games, 3 assists, 5 assists, 5 assists, 3 assists, 3 assists, 4 assists. Again, he is getting it done. He's playing more minutes, and adding a guy like Porzingis to this team he is a threat. So hopefully Pope decides to dish it to him, dishes it to Kuzma, and he gets those 3 assists that we need tonight. But that would be my lean, John.
Oh, I love it. And as you know, I do a lot of in-game betting. And for those that are going to watch this game and have the discipline not to grab a beer and shots because of the quality of it, I do think if you like the Lakers, there's going to be a point in this game where you'll be able to get them at closer to pick them. And I only do this for the first and second quarter because if you just start doing in-game betting the third and fourth, your time to expiration, so to speak, is reduced greatly. You have to be right away, or it's not going to work out. And I think too the total. I favor the over. I'm not going to bet it, but in game, if you could get say like down the low 220s, maybe even 219.5 during the first or second quarter, I think that's probably a pretty good value bet. And when I do this, it's pizza money. I'm not betting 4% on in game. Yeah. So that's just some food for thought there. But there you have it, guys and gals. That's our 3 games today with our number 1 NBA guy at SportsMemo.com. And saying number 1 after you talked about the Lakers is so refreshing.
Yeah.
So refreshing.
Also, John, if you guys, I'll kind of just do my own little pitch right here. But again, make sure you guys check us out on SportsMemo, guys. We're really crushing it over there. And again, me and Cabang have a really good deal. It's a BOGO deal. Buy one, get one. You get my 30-day package in NBA. You get his 30-day package in NBA for free. So just make sure you guys go check that out and take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Great stuff. You'd be a fool if you didn't go check it out and get on because it doesn't cost that much per pick.
Right. It's like $6 a day, baby. $6 a day. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and that comes out to probably about $2 a pick.
Yep.
So it doesn't get any better than that. So take advantage of it. Kevin, thanks for your time as always.
Thanks, Sean.
On behalf of Kevin.
Happy Friday, baby. Yep.
Oh, you know it.
Yep.
And I'm going to turn the Players' Championship on right after we're done.
There we go.
So on behalf of Kevin, myself, SportsMemo.com, remember 2 things. Bet with your head, not over it. And may all the wins continue to be yours.